Welcome back for part 3 of the UV light box build. Here's the last panel we worked on. It's the door. Video's up for that now in case you missed it. Drawing in some dots here and then sketching out the rough shape of a skull. Now by the end of this, you might look at it and you might think to yourself, that kind of looks like a skull, but maybe a bit more uncanny valley. It's like the art version of like a LaCroix where a lime farted in the other room and then they bottled up that air and then called it lime flavored. That's kind of what this skull looks like, at least to me. For my general art process, I usually try to look at some kind of reference photo. When I'm looking at digital art, I will keep that reference photo up, but for these panels, I really just looked at a reference photo maybe like once and convinced myself that I locked it into memory. Doesn't totally pan out here, but you know, it's fine. I will say these acrylic markers are pretty good for some more novice art techniques of coloring between the lines, because you can just add a few more layers and those borderlines will start to disappear. I don't know if you've seen in these videos, but I have a piece of tape on every single one of these markers I use, and the reason for that is because I had to go through and label each marker myself. All of these markers come from cheap variety bulk packs across a few different brands, and this comes with a few issues. Number one, while each pack typically includes a color list with all the names for each color, none of these markers are actually labeled. I guess it costs too much for individual wrapping on each of them. Number two, I found out the not-so-fun way that different brands use different names for the same hue. And number three, a small but significant number of markers in each pack had a very off-sounding name, like olive wasn't really olive, or their lilac and lavender colors were opposite of what you'd naturally consider to be that color. This isn't the end of the world if you regularly embrace chaos and want to use them willy-nilly, but I prefer knowing what colors I'm working with when I go to use them without having to test them before every single stroke. And I know what you're thinking, you can tell what color you're using by the color of the cap, but even that isn't a solid indicator of what these colors look like when wet or dry. So I spent a couple of long, Adderall-powered days binging horror movies and testing all of the markers to label them with my own interpretation of what each color is, and using symbols for special tips or metallic finishes and such to create some semblance of reliable consistency between brands. It was a lot of effort, and I was probably procrastinating something else that I actually really needed to get done by doing it, but I'd say it was worth it in the end. Just finishing up the star design background here, and after a quick clear coat, here's the final result. Follow along for the eclipse panel next, as well as the final build of my scrappy little light box.